Hey everyone, my name's JB and welcome to my new Ironman from Scratch series. So it's basically just a little journal of my progress all through the game, no crazy restrictions or anything like that. I've been playing Oldchool Runescape for years, I've got a main that I maxed ages ago, and whilst I still enjoy plodding along grinding out skill and XP, I don't really have a lot of experience with endgame bossing and newer content, so I figured why not make an Ironman. Gives me a bit more of a reason, to go try content from endgame collection login, all that type of stuff. Feels like it means a little bit more when it's on an Ironman rather than a main and you just buy everything you want. It's kind of like the ultimate little long-term project, hopefully for the years to come. I've always enjoyed seeing endgame content creators bank videos and that progression over the years. I think it'd be pretty cool to have something like that for myself that I can look back on in the future just to see how far I've come. No crazy goals or anything like that, I guess. Definitely maxing one day. I just enjoy doing that, and it's something to work towards. But yeah, other than that, just play the game. Like I said, enjoy the experience and try a bunch of different content that I haven't played that much of before. I'm not really much of a micro efficient player, so you won't see any crazy tick manipulating, skilling methods like that, but I do try to be macro efficient. I want to be, at least with this account where I can. So I'm thinking of generally adopting some of the more common efficient routes people have come up with to progress the account through the early mid game quickly, so we can get to some of the more interesting stuff later on. So I guess that in that case, if anyone sort of is watching this, and maybe it can be a little bit of a visualization or a video demonstration of some of those text guides out there, and you can see them all in action. You're about to see in a second, it's so efficient that I'm going to fall straight down the stairs because I haven't done this quest in years and I completely forgot that you need to investigate before you go up. But yeah, speaking of efficient routes and that, I think I'll put a link to the Ironscape Discord in the comments below. I think most people are familiar with that Discord and the OSRS guides over the years. There's also the Brass Sailor guide, that I've been looking into quite a bit, and I think I'll be taking heavy guidance from there. But yeah, there's not much else to really ramble on about now, so let's get into some actual progress. I wasn't initially sure if I was going to make a little video journal diary initially, so I'm already a few hours into the account, but I'll give a quick recap and then we'll go from there. So yeah, if you want to tag along this journey, I guess, drop a sub, say hi in the chat, or in the comments, sorry. Be great to have a chat with you, and let's get on to the progress. Right, so essentially because we're trying to do a lot of efficient multi-questing at the start, there's a lot of, go here, pick up this item, that item, 6 onions, 2 knives, 1 fish, a potato, and then move to the next spot. I reckon it'll be a little bit boring if I go through and read off every single item, and like I said, this initial part, it's all from the Brass Sailor guide, so again, that'll be linked in the description down below, and you can follow along on the exact specific details you want, but I'll just give you the general highlights as it went. Basically, spawn in, create your character. You don't have to start as a female anymore because they've upgraded recruitment drive. Believe it or not, that's something I'm actually aware of. Go into the kitchen, grab all the items from here, go into the basement, grab the items below. We're going to head upstairs. We started Rune Mysteries at Duke Horatio. Is it Horatio? At the Duke? Yeah, Horatio. Climbed up, and then this was our first little home. We picked up about 115 or so of these logs, burnt the rest to get to 15 fire making, and picked up 5 ashes along the way. Right, and then from there was back downstairs, do a quick inventory, set up at the bank, get some logs, do some fletching as we're walking around. Suicide pickpocket men till we had 235 GP. Talk to Hans, do some diary steps by talking to him and getting our age. Start X marks a spot. Start Restless Ghost and start wandering our way all the way over to Missile and Mystery. So smashed out Missile and Mystery, actually the first quest of the account, so that was like a little mini milestone. Ran over to Draenor, met our mate Fortunato, grabbed some wines. Now the next part you're going to have to trust me on the minimap because I'm not about to use a minigame teleport to show it. Minigame teleport up to Ferox Enclave, grab some iron bars and other items here. Took the Soul Wars teleport to get back to Edgeville, grabbed some stuff here. Took the lever all the way into Deep Wilderness and then took the lever to get us over to Ardoin so we could get to the other side of the map quickly. And also to do the Ardoin easy task diary of using the lever from Wilderness. Grabbed a bunch of items while we were over here, and then moved around the Ardoin area to smash out a few quests. So we've then smashed out Clock Tower, Monk's Friend, Hazil Cult, chopped some trees by the monastery to get to 35 wood cutting and 39 fire making, wandered back into Ardoin, spoke to Probita for the easy diary task, grabbed a few little bits and pieces here, stole some cakes for initial food and the prep for the infamous Windsor's Hold grind, stole some silk, prodded a sheep, ran over to Brimhaven, started Tribal Totem, came back, smashed out Sea Slug quest, and bought some fishing supplies from Witchhaven, and that pretty much brings us all back up to speed. And now we find ourselves with this weirdo doing a random event that I haven't done in years and I have completely forgotten what to do. All good, worked it out. So what do we get? Oh, that's our first collection log. Perfect. A bit of zombie attire. Okay, now we're back to where the video started, and this time we are going to investigate the stairs so we can actually get up and continue the quest. Right, so just before we go finish Tribal Totem, we're going to sell back some of that silk that we got during the recap. I think we want to leave about 11 in the bank for future use. Right, that's Tribal Totem complete. We also, after we sold the silk, oh, I can't, wait, that swordfish, don't let the swordfish go. After we sold the silk, we also, you can see in the chat logs there, popped over to the general store and sold the oyster pearls from the sea slug quest reward. And if you look at my inventory, I'll give you one guess as to where we're going next. So we did our little digging down by Lumbridge Castle to get the mysterious orb for X marks the spot, and now we're just going to quickly run up here and knock out Sheep Shearer. And that's Sheep Shearer pretty much knocked out. We're going to grab a few onions from the back of his farm here and then head to Draenor to continue with X marks the spot. Right, so we've got our casket for X mark the spot. We're just going to quickly grab a Chronicle while we're here, which is one of the most useful early game teleport items, especially for Ironman. So we want that, and we want a couple of teleport cards. Let's just fill that up. So that allows you to get around back to Barrack quite easily through the... I should not have done that. I'm an idiot. I thought there was an option. Well, it brings you here to the guild, and now I have to walk all the way back. Right, completed my walk of shame back to Draenor Village from Champions Guild. Restocked my Chronicle with that teleport I used. We're just going to grab the Air Talisman, head down to Wizard's Tower and do a couple little quest points. Right, so we're at the Wizard's Tower, we're just running away from the spooky skeleton. We've grabbed the Ghost Skull for Restless Ghost and given the Air Talisman to Cedrador over here for Rune Mysteries. I think that's the sort of thing that I enjoy about like these early game routes and efficient pathing that people come up with, like just all the multitasking quests, and it's well beyond my capabilities to come up with it, but I enjoy doing this type of stuff. I think it's pretty cool, the sort of optimizations that people have made for the early game over the years and how you can sort of multi-quest and get everything knocked out in parallel in one go. It's pretty nifty. Right, we're back in Draenor, time to start Poor Sign of Interest. And we're also going to start Vampire Slayer while we're here, and grab a handful of garlic while we're at it. Actually, wait, is it this cupboard? I'm pretty sure it's this cupboard. The slow walk of shame if it isn't. Perfect, yep, we're going to grab 3 of these. Quick drive by at the bank to clear the inventory out a bit, and just also grab our small fishing net and a bucket for some upcoming tasks. And that's X marks the spot complete. So, a nifty little trick, let's not go there right now, is you can actually destroy this lamp and you can come back and reclaim it from Veos later, which is really nifty because realistically as an Iron Man we want to put most of our lamps onto Herbal, but we haven't unlocked Druidic Ritual yet, so we destroy the lamp, we'll come back later and pick it up. And on that note, I think that's a pretty good spot to wrap up the first video. So just to recap, there's the stats. We knocked out our first couple of collections, got a few quests done, and started quite a few others. But yeah, like I said, this is a bit of a journal for myself to look back on in the future. But if there is anyone out there watching and you're interested in joining along for the ride, feel free to drop a sub, leave a comment below, say hi, I'll be sure to say hi back. And yeah, otherwise I'll be watching these videos by myself in a year's time. All good guys, have a good one. See ya.